is good? It's your boy Sam back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about if LeBron James is worth you guys locking in for an NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Now, the time I'm recording this video, we know the cards that are coming out and what is needed for Mr. LeBron James. Now, the cards coming out are very similar to this set, in which we had 1 diamond, 2 amies, 2 rubies, 2 sapphires, 2 emeralds, and 2 golds, as well as the diamond lock-in. The diamond lock-in coming tomorrow, where James Harden is right here, is Kareem. The diamond in packs is going to be Jaylen Brown. The 2 amies, Cade Cunningham, as well as Michael Beasley. And then we see, the rest, the 2 rubies. Obviously, you got Shareef Abdur Rahim, as well as Nurkic. And then it goes down from there. Now, I think to talk about this, we've got to first talk about the price of LeBron James before we dive any further into that. So, first, the price of LeBron James. If you grind out for the John Havlicek type players of the world, I don't think it's super expensive, because even if you compare it to a Giannis type of set, it's way cheaper. For example, the set tomorrow should, as long as prices don't go up, which I don't think they will, you're looking at a little over 500k. I think it's 520,000 MT. VC wise, even cheaper. And so for me, it's like, yes, you're still paying $1 million for LeBron James, but along with LeBron James, here's the cards you get. You get the Siakam-Scottie Barnes duo, which is not that bad. It's a duo that I'm using right now. So you get Siakam, you get Scottie Barnes. Then you get, in my opinion, a top 2 point guard in the game in James Harden. Then you get one of the best shooting guards in the game, which is coming in Jaylen Brown, the diamond Jaylen Brown. Definitely going to play for me over Joe Johnson. Then you also get Cade Cunningham, who, I don't know. I've obviously got Shea, so I don't know if Cade's going to play for me. But if you don't have SGA, probably, one of those next best point guards, as well as you get the lock-in diamond Kareem Abdul Jabbar. So sure, it's a lot of empty. It's a lot of VC. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat things. You're looking at probably nearly $100 for LeBron James. But you get LeBron, you get Kareem, you get James Harden, you get Jaylen Brown, you get Cade, you get Scottie, you get Pascal Siakam. You get 7 absolutely elite players, as well as LeBron being the best small forward in the game. Harden, probably the best point guard in the game. Kareem should be the best center in the game. So is LeBron James worth it? For the majority of people, the answer is still no. But if you want to have an elite team, if you want to have one of the best teams in the game, I think it's worth it. I do, because for me, Scottie Pippen, as much as I love him, is going to get replaced by LeBron. Going to move Scottie and Siakam to the bench. I'm probably going to start Kareem, and then I'll just figure it out from there. But you do get a lot of really solid cards in this set. And I feel like, at least with LeBron, he's going to play for a few months. And so sure, is LeBron expensive? Absolutely. If I was not a content creator and didn't play competitive MyTEAM, would I recommend buying him? No. But if you like to play competitively and you like to have a really good squad, or if you like LeBron James, I think especially when you're comparing it to the value of Giannis or the value of Shaq, it is more worth it. Because with Giannis, yes, you got Chet, but your other cards were Brandon Ingram, as well as Magic Johnson and Paul George. Yes, Paul George is probably the best shooting guard in the game still to this day, so I guess you get him with it. But I don't think it's nearly as deep as what you get with LeBron James. Let's compare it to Shaq, because I think it's important to do. Now, for Shaq, obviously you got Devin Booker, Dirk, Ben Wallace, J.R. Smith, Grant Hill, but only Devin Booker. I guess Dame was okay, but there weren't any elite cards with that. If they make Kareem legit, he'll be the best center in the game outside of probably Giannis. Again, Scottie Barnes, Siakam are good. Harden is so elite. And so that's what I keep going back to is, am I going to get LeBron James personally? Yes. And how am I going to do it? Well, I'll just spend the rest of my VC for Mr. LeBron in general. And I don't love doing it, but it's something I'm going to obviously just have to suck up. And for me, sure. LeBron isn't going to come out for that. There's not going to be another LeBron James for a very long time. So at that small forward position, I'll have LeBron for a super long time. And for me, I know he's going to be able to get every badge in the game. And guess what, guys? I've got a ton of Hall of Fame badges to go on him to make him even better as well. Now, that's for me specifically. I'm not saying you guys got to do the same thing with LeBron as I am going to, but all of these Hall of Fame badges that can go on LeBron are going on LeBron, and I'm going to make him as usable for as long as possible. Now, with that being said, if you're not that into my team right now as it stands, if you do not play the game a ton, is LeBron worth it? No, because there are guys that can compete with LeBron James. Now let's talk about who can compete with LeBron James at that small forward position and try to make the case that LeBron is not worth you guys locking in. Well, I think when you're trying to make that case, it starts and ends with Andre Kirilenko, right? A card who I think can compete at a very high level. 113,000 MT, should go down a little next week as well. Or tomorrow as well. So he's absolutely elite. Scottie Pippen is absolutely elite. And I don't know, I look at Scottie's price right now, but it is only going to continue to drop. I mean, right now, Scottie Pippen's 70,000 MT. Tomorrow might be 63,000 MT. And he is 90% of LeBron James. So, I mean, there are definite reasons to not lock in for LeBron. And at the small forward position, another reason, LeBron can only do so much, right? It's not like he can play point guard. It's not like he's going to be your primary ball handler. If you're bad at the game, you're still going to be bad at the game with LeBron James. It's not like a small forward is going to make or break you. Like, even with Shaq was so dominant at the center position for a specific time. LeBron is going to be dominant, but not to that same type of level. And so there are multiple things that do go in this, whether LeBron is worth it for you guys. I think it really just comes down to how much do you play the game, how do you play the game, and do you love LeBron James? I think it's a question of those three things. For me, I play the game a ton. I'm going to play in tournaments. I like having the best squad in the game. LeBron's going to play for years on my squad. Years is an exaggeration, but hopefully months. And so for me, it's a no-brainer, but that's something you guys really need to think about asking yourselves, because when I look at this LeBron James card, this is what I'm going to leave you with. I don't know if there's a card better than him or will be better than him for the next month. Because if you apply a 3-ball shoe, low 90s 3-ball, 97 driving, done good ball handle, defensively is just outstanding, immaculate. And again, you look at those badges, that's cool, but guess what? My Bron's going to have all of these Hall of Famers you can think of. Hall of Fame rebound chaser, Hall of Fame anchor, Hall of Fame, speed booster, Hall of Fame limitless range. He's going to have all of those things. So not only is he LeBron James with, base badges of 64, my LeBron might have 30 or so Hall of Famers. And that's just me specific. I've been saving all of my Hall of Famers for this exact moment for King James. So not only is he, the best small forward in the game, he's probably the best card in the game. There's pros and cons to locking in Bron, to not locking in Bron. The one thing I will hold to LeBron James is you get a lot of good cards with it. You do. James Harden, fantastic. He goes in for LeBron James. Siakam, Scottie Barnes, they are good. Kareem, probably going to be fantastic. Cade should be darn good. And even Jaylen Brown at that small shooting guard position should be fine. I don't think Jaylen Brown with his release is going to be like the best shooting guard in the game. Probably I still think, Paul George is going to outdo him. But I still think he's going to be solid for what he is. That's really what it comes down to. I can't sit up here and say LeBron is worth it or not worth it for you personally. For me, on this account, he's worth it. For me, on my no money spend account, he's absolutely not worth it. Those are two polar opposites. So this is my content creation account. The other account, I can't spend money. So, I mean, it comes down to that. But even if I had 1 million MT, and let's say I've grinded all year for it, I would not lock in for LeBron James. Because MT is so valuable, so important. And sure, you'll get a lot of good cards. But, I mean, I just think there's going to be a time where you can buy a card and not have to lock in all your MT. So the one thing with this is you do have to lock in all your team. And that is something to keep in the back of our minds as we do dive into this set tomorrow. I'm excited about adding Brown. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys think Brown is worth it for you and your specific squad. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.